the Parvinator.
Excuse me, princess.
Fox、コーネリアのペパー将軍からのメッセージです。
急いでくれ。スターフォックスの将軍アンドルフが宣戦布告してきた。奴らはこの惑星コーネリアを支配し、ライラット系全てを我が物にしようとしている。我が軍だけではどうにもならん。急いでくれ、スターフォックス。
What the hell is going on? Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Press start to play.
Oh, wow! Wow!
Hello gamers, I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Friday and welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben.
Oh my god.
The Parvinator Parvin. How you doing, guys? Welcome. Sorry, running late again today, but it's been a combination of things. Life getting in the way, so to speak. I'm not really feeling that great either. Sinuses are really bugging me today, and getting worse over the course of the afternoon. That's okay. I can't breathe, but I'm gonna do my best for you. At least I can't breathe out of one side of my face. Yeah. Probably nothing going on there, huh? Right? It's been like weeks and blockage on one side. Yeah. I think I need to go back. In addition to going back to 1997, I need to go back to my doctor probably as well. See what the hell's going on, man. Anyway, I'm gonna try to push through it and at least get 2 Star Fox 64 runs in for you guys. How you doing? Happy Friday. You know, we can ease into it. Man, how's your day been? How's your week? It's been kind of a long one for me. had a concert on Tuesday night, and you know, I didn't sleep much. You know, we had a drive back home and stuff, and didn't get back until early morning. So I feel like I've honestly been kind of reeling ever since then. Haven't hit 100% yet, but I don't know what's going on, man. It's just like weeks. This right side, I've just been feeling blocked up, and I don't know. Who knows? Could be just another sinus infection. Probably need to get to the dentist too, you know. Could be something going on with those upper molars. Hey, pal Puck. I was seeing an article about this just yesterday, and it mentioned that most of the cases so far had been, and I think the first cases in this recent wave were coming out of Michigan, and then, you know, spreading into the Midwest and a little bit into the East Coast as well. But yeah, wash your veggies. Guess that's supposed to help. Yeah, man. Good thing we cut all that funding recently, you know? I think it was like, what was it I was seeing? There were like 2 foodborne illnesses that, or, you know, often food is the vector, like that. Only 2 that remained. I guess a lot of them got those dog cuts, you know, right? When they were cutting all the waste and fraud. Although they usually just use the term fraud. You know, that's spicier, right? Gets people going. But yeah, good thing we cut that funding for Cyclospora, and then also for not ringworm, but shoot, what's the that's on the tip of my tongue. There's that one that's spreading through cattle as well. I forget the name of it. Man, good thing we cut all that funding. Who needs that, right? That's fighting against, you know, fighting against these kind of illnesses, the spread of these, you know, nasty things. That's woke, right? Who needs it? How you guys doing? Welcome. Look, hey, we got a PB in this game yesterday. I feel really good about that. I'm hoping I can get another one. I didn't get a chance to do much in the way of studying strategy. Today was a really busy one for me. I did get a very simple overlay for us to... Let's see, is this going to work? Let me check before I... Okay, looks like it might work for us. A little something to keep track. Sadly, my Excel and, you know, Google Sheets skills fail me. I used to deal with spreadsheets a lot more, and man, I haven't used it in over a decade at this point. And it's kind of funny how much you forget. Not that I was ever much of a you know, spreadsheet wizard to start with, but yeah, a little something for us here to keep track of this. Very simple. I've got, you know, like, I'll have to put them in manually, of course, no problem there, but, you know, as I get through this, I've got our, sort of what we hit on our best run, which was actually the second run we did yesterday, and then what's our best ever score on that, and if we beat that best ever score, we get, let's say we hit 181, we got a gold, there we go, you know, gold number there. Or, well, black on a gold background, but yeah, you get the point. And if, let's say, we shoot under that best ever, we hit 190 for Sector Y. Well, that's not right at all. I must have screwed this thing up. Oh, I think, maybe that's, is it coming out of best run? Damn, what have I done? Okay. Ba-bum. Oh, maybe it's I think it's going to, out of the best ever. Okay, that's it. I forgot about that. Yeah, it corresponds to the best ever, the green, red, and gold. So something very simple for us. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to get more, and I spent time working on this, trying to get, you know, something like something to show our pacing, you know, under current total, to show if we're on track to beat the best run. And best ever is like, I guess, best score, something like that, you know. You know, like the best score I've ever gotten on that level, according to my top 10. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so there's... when I looked it up yesterday, there were 2 routes that were mentioned. Apparently one of them is a little... I guess with the folks who, you know, are really good at this game, and they have numbers that blow mine out of the water. I guess a while back, they would do a different path, one that went through. It was like Corneria Medio instead of my preferred path, which is, you know, pretty much hard path all the way, except you go to Macbeth instead of Sector X. Apparently, like that, the one that I've been doing, the one that I just have up here, this is, I guess, according to something I read, the more common one now. But there was that route that would go Corneria, Medio, Katina, and then I think, and then Sector X, Zonus. No, it would be Sector X, I guess, then skipping to Macbeth, Area 6, and Venom. Apparently that one's a little more out of favor, but people still have their favorites. But I think that most folks shoot for this one, which, you know, I never looked that up before or anything. It was just the route I liked doing when I was last playing this way back in the day. And I found it to be my highest scoring one then. So I just kind of stuck with it since then. And I guess that's the one that, according to something I read, that most you know, score attackers would be doing these days. There's a name I wanted to get. Let me see if he's online now. If you really want to see someone play this well, and he's been doing the you know, the remake of it recently. But I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah, he's not online now, so it's gonna be a lot harder to find his name. I'll get that for you guys on Monday. I'll have that ready for you. I can't remember how it's spelled here on Twitch. I know his name is Adam, but I can't remember how he puts his name in here. But yeah, he's at least when we met him, he came and visited when we were playing this game a couple years back, and just popped in and was really, it was a fun hang in the chat. And he, you know, I asked him if he's played this game before or if he's into it, you know, and he very humbly admitted that he has the current, like, you know, he mentioned it being like a combined score attack and, you know, timed run as well. I guess time attack, whatever, speed run that he would do, and he had like the world record for that, and I think maybe some other Star Fox records. So that was a couple years ago. Either way, I'm sure he's, you know, well, if not at the top, then one of the best. I've been seeing him play the remake of this game. I'll get that name for you guys if you're on YouTube as well. I'll try to add it into the description. Yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and drop in. Hoping we can get a couple of routes in, or rather, a couple of runs in. It's really hard for me to... I wish that if I had a couple of weeks to play this game, and I mean, I'm sure we could, but I do feel, streaming-wise, I'm ready to move on. I want to keep practicing it some in my spare time, though, because that technique of doing they call them CUS, Charged Unlocked Shots. Doing that is really just the way to break this game wide open. You end up, if you do it well, you get a score way, way higher than what I have. And essentially that's shooting those charge shots without locking on. You can hold Z and R to help you with that. And then when you hit the laser, if you're not, you know, if you hit A, then if you're not locked on at that point, then it will just shoot that blast out. And you really want to get splash damage, you know, that's when you, in this game, you've seen like +2, +3 come up. But you can really run the score up doing that if you're not actually locking onto the enemies. It's kind of an interesting, you know, score system that they have in this game. And with that being said, there's a lot of parts of the environment that you can shoot. Like, I know at the beginning, I'm just going to try it, and then we'll reset. Oh yeah, it was like right there. If I had timed that a little differently, you know, the literal splash damage off of the off of the water, that gets you additional points there. And there's also a lot of places. We'll reset this, but I'll just kind of get in and show you. I really wanted to do a little more. There's a great post on Reddit where someone just kind of put about a paragraph's worth of tips on every level. And it was one of the top scorers back then. And they mentioned there's a lot of buildings and other such environmental stuff in this game. This is the only one with buildings, I guess, for the most part. But anyway, stuff that you can shoot where there's not even sometimes an enemy there. And you can even hit those spots for like multiple, +2, +3, whatever, and stack that up for as many times as you can hit it before you pass it. And then there was some other stuff I never knew, like you can spawn additional enemies if you do some fancy flying every now and then. Like that. Those 3 that popped out there, that's not something I ever knew about. So there's a few objects you can fly under or through that will generate more enemies. And yeah, this is stuff, played the game kind of off and on since I was a kid. Big gap between playing it in its original era and then picking it back up as an adult, but I never knew this stuff just kind of as a casual. Well, let me see how I do. I might as well finish this level before I reset, I guess. This is a higher score than I'm getting sometimes. That's another one right there. Whoops. Still have the just one laser upgrade, huh? Alright, well, I'll finish this level and we'll see how it goes, and if it's a decent score, then maybe I'll, maybe we'll keep it. Although I kind of know the basic of that technique, I don't hit it a lot of times. I don't quite pull it off, so. This is actually, I think, a decent score for me. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I never played Sin and Punishment. Was that one? I think that one might have been added to the NSO at some point. I heard good things about it. Kind of another, like, mostly on-rails shooter. Is that what's going on with that one? So this will be a 187. Drop low. I always thought that was a cool effect as a kid, seeing the reflection and seeing the water kick up. Well, I was kind of screwing around at the very beginning of this, but this is maybe a score worth keeping. Oh, nice. I can't say that about every dev, huh? That's 187. Yeah, it has like a Japanese title, doesn't it? Or like a... I think maybe one time I was even... you might have mentioned that one before, or maybe somebody else did, yeah. Like, I think on NSO, they have the... the cover art still has like the Japanese title and everything. I just don't feel great. Ooh. jaw and neck. Feeling tight. All right. Well, you know what? Let's see. 187. Be nice to know what not just the best scores I've had were, but like kind of an average one too. But let's go to this little simple spreadsheet. On my best run yesterday, oh, okay, well, we're keeping this one for sure, I guess. 187. All right, we're off to a decent start for me. Wow, I was, you know, at the very beginning, I wasn't really paying attention. I was planning on just getting it, just resetting, but all right. That makes sense. Okay, right. Yeah. Hey, Volto, what's up? Welcome. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Looking for some sound effects. Explosions. What's going on, man? But yeah, happy Friday. Oh, that's funny, Palpuck. Yeah, never got the American release. Come on. Yeah, I don't really know how to do well at that very beginning, but... Oh, we'll get the bomb! Man, did he? How are you, Volto? Glad to see you, man. Oh! Got a lot of them. Oh, no, I didn't really. I missed a bunch, huh? Man, that was, yeah, a bad start to this one. That's okay. All right, here we go. Remember to use the brake. Come on. Man, I don't know why I'm using some bombs in some weird places. That's okay. Oh, don't go down. Okay, that's alright. I don't know this way as well. More weird bombs. Be nice if I got one for all my trouble. I'd like to read more about some strat on this level. This is... Let's see what we can do. Watch out, Peppy! What are you doing, man? Jeez. So many enemies too, huh? Big chains of them I'm missing. I usually like to go... In that one part where it splits, I usually like to go up. That's okay. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Man. I just killed that good to start to the game. I'm gonna reset, actually. That's bad. Yeah. Yeah, man, I was a little sad to see Brazil go out of the World Cup. Of course, America's out. I didn't really expect them to go very far. You know, I don't know that I got to see the end of the... Yeah, actually, I don't know the score for Spain and Belgium. Doo-doo. Let me look that up. Oh, 2-1. Spain won, huh? They're going on to the semifinals, I guess. Man, too bad. We had a decent Corneria, but I more than squandered that with that Sector Y there. All right, let's try it again. Here we go. Clear the spreadsheet. That wouldn't have even been a medal on Sector Y. Yeah. Right, Volto, yeah. Well, and then all the stuff with the, you know, the red card and everything, it was just so much drama around it and everything, it just... Alright, we'll get in now. Go, get him! One of these days I'll get a good start. I want to get past these first two levels and do well. I don't think there's much point in continuing if we don't. But after that, it's just too much time to really be resetting each time. Skip through. Shit. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do a little better this time. Right? Get him. It's alright, we're missing some stuff, bud. Try to get those uncharged shots. Okay, here we go. Kind of had to use a bomb there because I was about to miss everything. Oh yeah, okay, if I fly through here, I think I get some more enemies generated. Yeah. Oh shit! Oh god, sorry Falco! You know what? That's actually okay. I can continue because I don't need the medals. Well, shit, then we don't get to go the hard route. Man! Yeah, it doesn't, Palpuck. Yeah, you gotta fly everywhere, apparently. I don't know, it seems... Looks like there's a couple spots where there could be like a monorail or something. You know, where there's those little groupings of like 3 things that are, you know, kind of on a raised platform. Maybe that was a monorail before, you know, Andros took over. Well, this would be an appropriate end to us playing this game regularly, you know, dedicating stream time to it if I couldn't get a run going. Feels appropriate. That was sweet, other than I got way behind with the Falco section. Starfox. Yeah, the Japanese voiceover is fun, Volto. You know, of course, I love the English version, and I grew up with that, but it's been fun playing this. It's like you're playing an anime. Just nothing but pain on this playthrough. Okay, guys, here it is. This is the one. I'm trying to get those guys with the splash damage. It's me trying to practice that new technique, new to me technique, and I just can't seem to get it. I'd do better right now if I did a little less of that, or at least saved it for the parts that's a little easier. All right. So here I'm gonna wait till they all get lined up and pop one right in the center. Here Alright, I could have a few more at this point, but... Ah! No luck today. Sorry, guys. Let me just make sure I take these guys out, honestly. Alright, pop one right in the middle of all of them. Here we go. Here we go. I did okay on this on one of the earlier ones. This part right here, hitting the ground, getting that damage there. I'm pulling right in the center of them. Okay, slow it down. Oh, man. I think it's different, Palpuck. But I'd be curious. It's been a while since I've heard that one. I think it's a little deeper and, you know, kind of as compressed as it is. I think it's kind of a higher quality. But I can't... Yeah, I'm trying to hear the original in my head, but, you know, I've only played it a few times. But yeah, I'd be curious if anybody knows for sure. Alright, come on.
無茶をするな。スリッピー危ない。敵の後ろにいるぞ。
やべえ。サンキューフォックス。もうダメかと思ったよ。
Okay, here we go.
これよりコーネリアの武器に入る。こいつはひでえ。
Okay. Alright, when in doubt, slow it down. Oh shit, I missed that. I missed the part I meant to fly into. God. Man, but I lost that guy behind me too. Did I get that last one there? I'm not sure. Yeah, there's more enemies to generate right there, man. Alright. Get that bomb. I really like the sound design in this game, Volto. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Oh. Stupid, man. What is that? Oh, I lost my other wing just to match. Yeah, more hitting the brake every now and then. You know, like from the very beginning of the game, you know, like when it shows that little cutscene of them running to get into the into their R wings and stuff. I love the sound of the you know, all the like I guess the cockpit or whatever closing in around them. I forget what's the term I'm going for. The hatch, I don't know. Can't think of it right now. As rough as that was, I think that's not a bad score for me. I was like, wait, how come I'm not killing it right now? I don't have the upgraded laser. Alright. Chase him down, chase him down. The canopy, yeah, thank you. 188. Well, it needs to go up there as rough as I thought it was because I guess it's the best. Man, yeah, I read something. I need to study that guide I was seeing on Reddit because just that little bit of what I read about Corneria really boosted my score. And there was a lot of missed opportunity in the still, you know, so. Dude, Dustin, welcome to the Pew Pew show.
Dang.
They do, Volto, yeah. You know, it's funny, as a kid, even though this game has these, you know, anthropomorphic, you know, these, you know, these animal pilots, you know, there's a lot of emotion in the game. And I think even outside of the dialogue and stuff, you know, the game does a really good job of with the sounds and everything. Like it's certainly no simulation. It's not trying to be a sim or anything, but you know, what they do is it's really what they pulled off with the game, sound and music wise. It is very moving, you know. I think it as a little kid, you know, it definitely, I felt like I was in the game, you know. And I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid, you know. I enjoyed it. Hey, here it is. All right. Again, as rough as it is, just that little bit that I learned about Corneria really helped. It kind of makes me want to... Let's see, I think I have that guide still on a tab pulled up here. Yeah. Well, shoot. Maybe I'll just take a second to read what it says. Now we got to actually finish this game, so scores stick. Yeah, I read a little bit about Corneria here. He basically starts with all the, you know, what a CUS is, how to do it. The charged unlock shot. Well, we're not going to go to Medio, actually. Yeah, he does a different route. I'll have to find one for this current route. I forgot about that. All right, Sector Y. Let's do it.
Sector Y では我が軍は苦戦している。助けてくれ、スターフォックス。
引き受けましょう。
Bum, ba, ba, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it's funny. You definitely get the sense that there's a few big pop culture, you know, movies, and then of course a lot of anime and stuff that they really tried to, you know, kind of get a similar feeling to. I never played SWAT Cats. I like the title.
味方の艦隊を援護する。この仕事は高くつくぜ。敵を一匹も後ろに通すんじゃないぞ。
Damn. Man, I try to mix stuff up, and then I just... That's the one thing about trying a new strategy or something, you know, you can kind of screw yourself up a little bit for a while. Alright. Shit. Well, a little better than last time, but... You can use a bomb there to take all of those out. I've been missing it. I think there's a lot of splash damage you can get here if you aim for the walls, but I'm no professional. And I think here you can kind of put a shot sort of right in between these turrets. Take them both out. This part here I always screw up on lately. Fuck. I don't want to go down. Damn. I'm getting those guys out of order if I want to, you know, take the top path here. I don't know why I used a bomb. I don't know why I used a bomb. Do-do-do-do-do. Probably 'cause I'm dumb. It's awful. I don't like this path. I'm not good at it.
敵艦隊の中央を突破するぞ。 腕を上げたな。お前の親父を思い出すよ。
一応確認しました。呼吸パーツを送ります。
Man, can't get one going today. Oh, that's funny. I don't recognize the cartoon and stuff. I should say I don't think I ever came across it, or you know, if I did, I didn't see much. But yeah, that's interesting. It's cool that it's you know, aged okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna give this a couple more tries. I really don't feel that great, and if I can't get it going, I might just have to call it tonight. Sorry about that. Today's been kind of rough. Dealing with some sinus issues still, and honestly, I'm thinking I need to go to the doctor because it's been weeks that like pretty much just one side of my sinuses have been stopped up, and you know, I'm getting the watery eyes and all that stuff. Constant, you know, hawking nasty stuff up. No. Missed it, didn't I? Can't miss that. Cool if they got an SNES tie-in game out of it. Do-do-do. Oh yeah, no wonder everything's tough. I got the single lasers. Forgot about that. Oh, oh, the single lasers. There's a bunch of hits you can get right here on this guy when he's just about to push that building down. Come on. Oh shit, I'm supposed to fly under that one back there. I think I did that last time. Sorry, Falco. Ah, damn. Can't put it together today. I think if I get out of these first two levels, I'd like to keep whatever we're doing running, but I'm curious if I'll have to look up like what network that one aired on. Come on. Come on, can I get a single, like, splash damage? Jeez. Oh yeah, see, I got a little extra points there for killing that guy when he was still behind the building there that he was about to push down. I had like 90 on this last time. At that point. I'm just, you know, trying to see if I can generate some of those other enemies. I'm gonna try another time, but let's see what we can do. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's a combo of not feeling that great, and I should say I feel like I'm a little affected in that way. I didn't want to call off the stream tonight because I'd, you know, already like put it on YouTube and stuff. And come on. You know, once you set a stream up, there's no going back. Oh, you know, that might have been it. I didn't, come on. That might have been my problem for why I didn't see that. We were a little late in getting cable. And even when we didn't have a lot of channels that, when I talked to other folks, I think you can go like right or left there. Come on. It's a curse learning to play it a little bit better, because now I'm not wanting to advance if I aren't hitting certain thresholds. It was nice when ignorance was bliss. No. All right. Come on. My cat's like, can you please stop yelling? No, don't shoot the charge shot. "64's like, please stop resetting me." Alright guys, three more tries, and if I don't get out of Corneria and Sector Y, then I'm just gonna hang it up, because it ain't happening tonight. And my eyes hurt a little bit. My face hurts. Come on. I don't even recognize TNN. Yeah, hey Sid, what's up? Yeah, I have to admit I don't recognize that network. I mean, Turner News Network is what comes to mind when I hear TNN, and that I remember maybe, I don't even know if that existed, but if it did, we had that a lot later. Yeah, I don't know. I will say, when I was a kid, the stuff that you could get on air was really limited to like the biggest. It was like CBS, ABC, Fox. Damn. I missed the extra hits from that guy. How you doing, Sid? Welcome. Okay. Okay, I can't be hitting the brake here, I guess. Oh, I missed another spot to fly through. Yeah, and I felt like, you know, in North Alabama, we were kind of extra limited with, like I was saying, didn't have many on-air channels. Oops. It was kind of the biggest stuff. Well, I'll keep this one. I'll keep this going. I gotta make sure I do the path I like in that next level. But yeah, this is looking, you know, compared to what I was doing yesterday and before, this is already looking pretty good, so. Get that bomb. Here we go. Oh, nice, Sid. I'd love to watch more Seinfeld. I've never really seen much of it, sadly. I would hear people quoting it and stuff, and you know, I just. Oh, come on. Oh, screwed up on these guys. It's okay. Well, 184 would still be better than what we had prior to this, I guess. It's not like the 189 or 188 we had earlier, but that's okay. I should keep it going. You know, what's funny is like I would hear so many references and see so many references to Seinfeld before I ever got to see much of it for myself, because, you know, it went on for a very long time, but by the time I'm aware of what's going on around me, it's already been on for a long, you know, it's already been, they've been at it for a while, you know. Okay, yeah, when I saw you write TNN, I was thinking it might have been a Turner network. Yeah, TBS. Very funny. Yeah. Well, yeah. My, even once we got cable, you know, but when I was in high school, we were at the mercy of like the local cable company that had a monopoly on everything. And, you know, not that I would have watched a bunch of it, I don't think, but my wife would ask me about certain things on the Disney Channel, and it's like, I didn't get that until, like, I think after, you know, high school or something, they finally added it to, you know, it wasn't until, like, you know, 2005, 2006 or something that I think I remember it even being added. And by that point, I'm not going to the Disney Channel for anything. Maybe I missed out, but I didn't have any interest in it, so. All right, I'll put it on the damn scoreboard. Let's clear this one out. 184. All right, better than yesterday. Oh, I'll show you guys what we got. Okay. Come on. Take the top path. That means you need to shoot the guy that's on top first. And then the other one will weave up to the top. The other guy, where is he? Yay, got a bomb back. Yeah, TBS was cable. I do remember having that eventually because we would watch. My dad was a big Braves fan, and their games would. I finally got all those guys. Their games would be on TBS, so I remember him being stoked once we finally got that. I was trying to get that splash damage, but thankfully I think I just missed one guy. Okay, come on. Slow it down. Oops. Try a somersault. Okay. Aim for the guy that's on the top when we get to this next part. This part's been having my number lately. Okay, here we go. Okay, can't go for the guy on the bottom anymore. Missed my opportunity. They didn't even give us credit for the one that we got, huh? Watch out, Slip. He's about to. He's all excited here, and then he immediately gets swarmed. Okay. Remember the break. Oh. Break is good unless, you know, Falco is currently in mortal peril and... Ah, he stole our kill, didn't he? Shit. Ah! Supposed to be able to get a lot of those guys in one shot, or all of them, but... I think if you wait until they sort of converge. You know what? I don't need that extra life. It's been... You get an extra life when... You know, when you fly with those guys in their little formation. But I don't need that. Oh god, don't get a single bomb. That was awesome. Alright, we'll stick with this one. This is a pretty good score for me. Screwed up there at the end. Alright, we're out of intro hell. If I get, you know, if this is a decent run, I'm not totally opposed to doing one more if we have time. We'll see. Don't party just yet. Okay, let's not eat. Fly on the straight and narrow. Here we go. Almost got him. I see in the katakana, it's basically just like Yo, all right. See what that number is. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Thank you for your patience. It feels good to finally get out of the intro. Alright, 184. The number looks familiar. Is that all we got? Well, better than our run we had yesterday, I guess. You know what? I think I made it gold if it's better than the, like, best run ever. That's what I did. Okay, I did it right. And then green if it's better than, you know, the sort of top run. Anyway. All right, next up is Aquas. You guys can see the game, right? Okay, cool. Another hot day here. It's supposed to be 97. Oh, but it's a dry heat. It makes a difference. For sure it does. Lack of humidity. It makes a big difference. You do roast if you're out in the sun, though. It's really brutal. And the sun sets on this side of the apartment, too, over to my left. This is the hottest room in the apartment. All right, here we go. Under the sea. It is, Sid. I know, I know. Those wet bulb temperatures. Man, there's also a bunch of stuff in the environment you can shoot here. Not just those, like, those columns, you know, that everybody loves to blow up. The UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Okay, go. I gotta get these guys. Ah! We're bouncing all around. Wow, it goes so slow. What am I hitting? The ground? And you can, the boost really, or rather the brake really breaks in this level. Okay, remember to use a lot more. Come on, get that, fuck! Those starfish are killer. Anybody ever really play this in, like, first-person mode? The, like, cockpit mode that you have? I remember doing a little bit of it as a kid. The dew point. Yeah. Watch those dew points. I know, and you know, I've read stuff too, just about, like, you know, future impacts of climate change and how, you know, so many Americans are migrating to areas of the country that are going to be in some real trouble when it comes to, you know, humidity, wet bulb temperatures. You know, a lot of migration from places, you know, to like spots in the southeast, and then when it comes to other places like Sunbelt and stuff, of course, your biggest issue there is going to increased temperatures, and then a lot less, you know, water. Not a good situation generally, you know. Hit these guys. Shit. Hit them. Fuck. Trying to slow down as much as I can. I usually book it a little too hard, I think. Hit these guys. Oops. So he tried to warn me.
んなものは後にも先にも一回きりだぜ。
Well, get the starfish. Oops. I wondered if you can kill these guys, these like electric, oops, the big jellyfish. Oh, with the force field. Got that one at the last second, huh? Come on, get this one. Dang. I think I missed a lot of the rocks. Come on. Oh. Okay, don't die, please. Please don't die. Get in. Open up. Knock, knock. Ah! Oh, that'd be cool. Palpuck, yeah, just putts around. Man, I want that. I want that. Although I don't know when the last time I took a bath was versus a shower. At least I'm getting one of those in, you know? Anybody prefer a bath over a shower? I know for some people it's like, you know, it's relaxing, but I don't think I could really relax. I mean, especially not, we've had just some kind of like really standard size tubs that, you know, for a little kid or something, sure. Yeah, I don't think I could sit in there and just chill. Alright, here we go. Come on, that should be in. It's working! It's working! Ah! I think that's in. Yeah. That's in. Boom. Yeah, too much prep. Me too. I can at times, Sid, but yeah. Some things that people find relaxing just aren't relaxing to me. Like, I enjoy a nice walk or a jog. If the feeling's right, I can, you know, lie down and listen to music or something on some headphones. But, you know, I need to, like, all the needs have to be met at that point, you know. The bathroom break, the, you know, something to drink nearby, so on and so forth, you know. I can relax. But, yeah. Not really for a bath, especially in a small tub. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Well, all my life, too, there's been, you know, it's like a... You know... I've had people say, like, sit down, you're making me nervous, and stuff like that, you know? Which, you know, I am hyperactive, and I have been since I was a kid. Some of that has mellowed out a little bit, or it shows in a different way nowadays, but... you know, it's tough too, because it's like people will think of that as like, you know, anxiety or you're anxious, and that's not always the case. Like, you know, I can feel at peace and be want to stand up, you know, but like I've had, oh, come on, sit down, you're making me nervous and stuff like that, like, you know, watching a game or you know, hanging out with people sometimes, and it's just like, look, you know, I tend to have, you know, I tend to wiggle or move or want to bounce or something, and sometimes that's actually how I hone in on everything around me, you know. I mean, that's pretty common with a lot of hyperactive folks, you know. And you know, like you know, kicking your leg, or you know, or just, you know, being a kid and being at my desk and, you know, the leg was usually going or something, but that was like when I was in it and I'm focused and I'm at my best, you know. But I know to some people it's like, oh, you know, it's this, I think, you know, some of it is that it makes them feel weird, or, you know, but it's like, I've had to tell people like, no, okay, like if it makes you uncomfortable, you know, but I'm good, you know. I would rather, I don't want to like leer, you know, stand up right over somebody, but you know, this is my relaxed sometimes is, you know. Yeah, essentially, Palpuck. What's up, Nick? Parvination is rising up. How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff, Palpuck, and also sometimes I'll listen to just that, and then I also appreciate when that's, you know, worked into some music as well, and, you know, found sounds and stuff like that. But yeah, it's hard when you are kind of a hyperactive person. It's sometimes I think people can't understand that, like, oh, I do feel at peace right now, you know. And I always appreciated when I'd have a teacher who would kind of get that, and like, you know, sometimes I'd have that, like, you know, they'd let me like stand at the back of the classroom or something, and it was cool. Like, then I could, you know, I don't know, I could move around if I needed to, but not, you know, it helped me focus doing stuff like that. And, all right, let's get to this. Gotta put a score in, I guess.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Yeah, trying, man. We'll you know, we're I think after today we'll move on to a different game, but of course we'll be, you know, coming back to this one every now and then. This is kind of my game for that. Just a quick run. All right, Aquas, we're at 162. Not so great. That's okay. What I really wanted, and I don't know if anybody can help me with this now. I wouldn't want to put you through too much trouble, but what I really struggled with is I wanted to have a cell, or even change the current total color to reflect if it's higher or lower than the current best run tally. So at this point, you know, these three cells, 173, 175, 170 for under best run, you know, I wanted to basically have my current total be compared to that, and, you know, green if it's above it, red if it's below. And I was just like, you know, it's been a while since I've done much in spreadsheets, and I was really struggling with it. Yeah. It's not going to be that hard, but I was trying to do other columns and, you know, do some hidden cells and stuff to like calculate it. And I'm like, I know that this isn't that hard, but I was having trouble conceptualizing what I needed to do and, you know, I don't know all the commands and stuff. And I did a little like type, you know, trying to Google a problem, and nothing I found was quite what I was looking for. Yeah. I think, oh, that's cool, Sid. I think, you know, for me, I think, yeah, music can help. I'm not big into the ASMR thing. I don't know. Sometimes sometimes it's just like, okay, this is, this just creeps me out. But no. It's a lot of people really like it. And I had a buddy of mine that, this is a funny story. He had, they had, you know, like a maintenance guy come to their apartment and fix the AC or something, and the guy left a voicemail on my buddy's phone that he told me, he's like, yeah, I know that this sounds really weird, but he just had such a nice soothing voice, and I don't know what it was, but like whenever I would hear it, it would just make me feel relaxed, and I, you know, little hairs on my neck would kind of tingle a bit, you know, like I'm getting splashed with a little cold water, and I don't know what it was about this guy, about this maintenance guy and his ASMR voicemail that he left me, but I ended up saving that on my phone, and I'll listen to it every now and then. I just was thinking, I joked with him, like, you should let him know, like, you should tell him, you know. But, yeah. I know for some people it really, well, you know, they really like it, but yeah, I've never been able to get into it that much. Sometimes, like, you know, especially talking ASMR, I just don't really like how people will over accentuate everything that they say, and you get these little pops in their voice. Is that even coming through right now? I guess it is. You know, it just, yeah, I don't, yeah, it doesn't really work for me. Oh yeah, the sultry voice, yep. I thought that was so funny. He's like, I know that this sounds weird, man, but it helps me. I don't know what it is. Okay. We put in, oh yeah, we're still trying to move to Zonus, huh? All right, you know what, let me do a, yeah, I just wanted to do a quick annoying sample for you, Palpug. That I won't return to that, don't worry. I'm just using Sheets. Yeah, I was using Google Sheets, Nick. I know that it's, I was kind of looking into what speedrunners do, and some of them will use, there's a plugin that's really popular, and there's a website that folks will use as well, but this was like a little bit different from that. And I read that some folks will use, you know, Excel, or they'll use Sheets. You don't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, I don't want to put you through any trouble. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Zonus, and then I might need to get a bathroom break in. I'm a little afraid to step away just because I've got some decent progress going, but... Bum, bum. I can get one more level in any event. Okay, definitely got to remember some break on this level. Missed those first couple guys. Come on. Man. Okay, save bombs. So many opportunities for kills right at the beginning. Take them all out. Oh, missed it. Get in. All the little mutated shrimp coming up out of the ocean. Big prawns. I've been missing that each time lately. Alright, here comes Kat. Thankfully, when she takes out one of these spotlights, we do get credit for it. Alright, I am getting A little more accustomed to just riding that brake every now and then. Love the music for this stage. Great build-up. I've got an enemy on my tail. Yeah, it can't be that hard with the spreadsheet. I know what I want to do, but I just couldn't quite pull it off. Most of my work with spreadsheets was, you know, many years ago, and it's like some pretty specific reports in Excel that, you know, basically the template was mostly there already, and I just whoa, did I kill that guy? Giant fish head just coming out of the water. Did I kill the big Leviathan, or does that always happen? I'll let that guy ride my tail for a bit. If you're gonna ride my ass, you can at least pull my hair. It's gotta be one of my least favorite bumper stickers. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna stock up on bombs at the end of this level. This is gonna be a decent score for me, I think. Yeah, right, regrettably. Well, you know, I would say maybe a better usage of it than like generating some dumb, you know, some dumb video or something. It should help us work, you know. Well, I don't know. It's where do you draw the lines? But okay, let's get a bunch of bombs going. I'm not trying to shoot. Okay, I need to get these, there we go. Okay. Now we're cooking. Get it? Okay, here we go. Get the crane. Okay, I could stand to get another bomb or two, honestly. Let's see. Oops. Come on. That's gonna be 281. Hey, Francisco, welcome. How are you? Woo. All right.
元気報告せよ。
Mission number 4. Mission accomplished.
大丈夫大丈夫。
わしは異常なしだ。キャット、どこに行ったんだ、あの気まぐれ猫め。
281. All right, let's put that in. I'm gonna have to get a little break. The momentum killer. All right, better than that run we had last night that PB'd. Not quite as good as the best ever. Just too shy. We're doing okay. Let's see what would this be? Oh, I forgot. It's all in a table now, so I can't just see what the values add up to be easily without formula and stuff. Cool. All right. Well, 3 more levels left. You know, something like that. Venom's a big one, but let me get a quick break in. Just a quick snack. Maybe after this run, we can get another one in. Thank you guys for hanging. It's been fun so far. I'm really glad we got out of intro hell. I'm feeling a little better about life. So, oh, it was getting dodgy. All right, guys. Oh, man. Nothing but pain at the beginning of this stream. All right. Wait. It's not Wednesday. I wanted to show the thumbnail. Get the thumbnail up. Hope you're enjoying this trip back to 1997. I know I am. We got a decent run cooking. Could be a PB. Let's see what we can do. All right, guys. I'm going to take a few minutes away. You guys should take a break too. See you soon. guys, what is up? What's going on? Happy Friday. Good to see you. Not feeling my best today. I'm trying to get through this sinus issue. Sinus issue number 1 million for me. It's kind of a regular thing, but watery eyes. All right, Zonus at 281. So right now we're doing good. I mean, every score we have except Aquas, we lost 8 points there, but every score other than that is better than our top run. I think we've definitely made up enough to cover for that. All right, let's continue. We're not going to go to Sector Z, so let's change course to Macbeth. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Palpuck. That's a good term for it, brain baked. Watery eyes, and I didn't do anything cool to earn that either. Jeez. That's good old-fashioned allergies and sinus issues. Oops. Already missed a big set of ships, huh? Oh god. I screwed that up big time. Alright, let's not waste every bomb we have. In fact, let's get some more along the way. Oh, premature there. Gato! Man, there's just so many enemies. I gotta chill on the bombs, because I really, you know, there's really such a big opportunity for that stuff in the next level, for getting a lot of kills. Oh, get him. Gotta chill on the bombs. Immediately uses a couple. Alright, here I do want to use one. Take that train out. Take out the fuel car if we can. Oh shit! Man, come on. Okay. At least they're giving me a bomb every now and then. Ichigo Dave, what's up, man? How's it going? Happy Friday. Glad it's the weekend. I think I can go ahead and get up here, right? Oh, well, a little early there. Take him out. Something so satisfying about just ripping this train to shreds. Hey, I'm a train appreciator, you know? I mean, this one is obviously carrying war materiel, but part of the war effort. Yeah, man. Glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay too. Been kind of a funky day. Just because I'm feeling a little bad, but sinus stuff's bugging me again. I've been thinking it was just kind of status quo, but I sort of realized that for several weeks now, I won't say exclusively, but it has, at the very least, the whole time. Oh, there's a bomb down there. I always forget that. It's been I've had this blockage on like the left side of my sinuses for a while now, and I'm honestly like, okay, I don't know if this is just standard, you know, kind of sinus infection that I get frequently, or if there's a little something else going on. No, but what we have works, you know. There's just one more. There's one little thing I'd like to do with basically, you know, comparing our current total to like what our best pace would be, sort of. And whoops, I didn't figure that out, but we got number 4, didn't we? I missed one the other day, first time in a while, and now I'm shook. Shaken and stirred. Alright, we got him. Yosh. Alright. Get out of here with that. These giant pillars that come up. Oh yeah. Sid, yeah, I find Neti-Pod and like other sinus rinse, that seems to help me more than, I can't say more than anything else, because I do use a couple of nose sprays, but it seems to be one of the most effective things. And yeah, I try to do a Neti-Pod in the morning and evening, and if I can't, I have one of those cans, but I don't like to use it too much because they're just wasteful. I'll sometimes take it with me on the go or something, throw it in the car if we're driving or we're, you know, out of town or something. But yeah, that definitely gives me a lot of relief, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, Palpuck. I should, Ichigo Dave. I really should. You know, part of since we made that move, you know, that's been kind of a shit show with just like doctors and whatnot. We have the same name to our insurance, but apparently it's separated between Southern California and Northern California, and you know, that meant that like for that month or whatever, in the transition, I was really having trouble getting meds, and you know, at this point, they've got to assign like a whole new set of specialists, whereas at that point, I could go see the, you know, whatever, ear, nose, and throat, or whatever they're called, and I could see the maxillofacial doctor or whatever for all the jaw stuff that was going on, tension headaches and stuff. And now I got to get a whole new set of referrals. All right, Macbeth 163. Let's take a look at where that ranks for us. Yep, not our best ever, but it beats that best run from yesterday. Yeah, so what I wanted, and again, yeah, it can't be that hard. I'm just like, what do I do? But like, basically, yeah, our current total, how does that compare to where we would be at on our best run? And I just had trouble trying to figure that out. I'd love to put a color to that, you know, if we're, you know, green if we're ahead, or gold if we're, I don't know, way ahead. At least green and red for over and below. All right, on to Area 6 and Venom. Use bombs wisely. This is when it gets tough, and there's just a ton of opportunities for kills. Score to beat is 378. I guess I got my best on that one yesterday. Kochira Cayman. Hey. Oh, totally, Sid. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people can't stand, you know, neti pot or other sinus rinses, but yeah, once I got used to it, I think it helped maybe more than anything else. Sorry, Falco. Oh, get him. Ooh, don't use bombs there. We gotta take out as many of these capital ships as we can. Get that nice hit +3. Sorry, Falco. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to deny. Yeah, you don't want these guys to steal your kills. I was reading that it's best to ignore the comms on this one. There is one that'll be a bomb for you, but that one, Rob will, you know, steal your kills if you don't get to them first. Kill stealer. The Alabama in me wants to say kill stealer. Help Pepe out. Pepe. Oh shoot, I forgot that they're still fighting him. Okay, this is bad. Let's get some of these. Ah! It's all coming at me so fast. Get this guy, come on. If I could get some more of those capital ships back there, that'd be nice. Chance for a lot of hits right there. Get him. There you go. Okay, I really gotta slow down on this part. Ooh, used all my bombs. Ah, get out of there. I'm going for broke, huh? Missed that bomb. Wow, there's so many freaking enemies, dude. Ah! Ooh, careful. Okay, well, dying here doesn't do us any favors. I think that's pretty bad. Oh, 378 is the number to beat. We're gonna have, if I beat this in time, I can have the max is 367. We'll see you soon, Sid. Take your time. I'm also like one hit from this thing away from death, so we might be picking up from the checkpoint. Yeah, like, yeah, basically, taking the current total of what I've got compared to, like, the best run total at that point. So having a way to show like that we're either ahead of that best run or behind the best run. I can, once we knock this guy out, I'll take another look. Get him. Okay, good. Here comes the Kamehameha. This is just a tough level. It's also a hard one to restart on because, you know, you go down to that single laser. Okay, gotta take these out quick. Yes! I had to get into position for that for that button mashing. I let it close last time we played. Yeah. I know, I played a little with the conditional formatting. And it's like I made like a column for kind of like what that best, to basically add up what the best scores were, and then, yeah, if I could, right, exactly, if like the one for total is better or less than, you know, have it painted green or red. I'll just... Didn't have time to write that one down, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. Well, the good news is I can restart this one. And I would absolutely want to restart it if we don't, if I don't kill these guys in a good amount of time. I ran into this yesterday. Shoot. Come on. I forgot it brings us, when I was talking about pulling up the spreadsheet, I forgot it brings us right into that next level. Alright. Alright guys, I took my man down, why can't you? Let's go. Trying to help, Peppy. Not even on you anymore, Peppy, what are you doing? Saved by Fox. Come on. Man, he's almost dead, I think. Whoop. Watch out. Mind the column. Alright, just gotta make sure one of these guys doesn't steal our kill. Alright, we're on track for a PB, I'm pretty sure. Thankfully I did a couple stages, I did quite a bit. I think enough to sort of cover what the two that were, you know, worse than yesterday's run. Oh, I should have gone right again for the laser upgrade. Oops. Right, left. That's okay. No, not yet, Kevado. You too? I'd like to play it sometime, but, you know, I don't have a Switch 2. No Switch 2. Someday I'll get one. God damn it. Don't let him slap you. Ah! Oh, shoot! No bombs. It's been a while since I let him munch on me. That's awesome. Get the eyes, get the eyes. Shit! You can use the brake. I did forget about that. We were right on the threshold, weren't we? I get a bomb here. As a kid, I always thought he said, "Who, me?" Or, well, I didn't think he said that, but it sounded like I heard him say, "Who, me?" Get the hand. What is this? Why is this taking so long? I gotta be careful. I need max points here. This hand never fucking dies. I might just... Okay. Maybe I need to, like, let him kill me so we get max points. Come on. Please be plus 10. Oh yeah, you don't get points for him, huh? Okay. Oh, me too. I'm excited for that Ocarina of Time remake. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I forgot. I managed to get like an extra 2 points right at the beginning of that yesterday. I read a little trick that if you do a somersault, right at the... is pretty much as soon as you're allowed to take control, then you can squeeze out an extra 2 points. Oh, come on. I'm sweating. I feel it running down my sides. Oh, we're right on this freaking brain. Yeah. I'm really interested to see what they do with Ocarina of Time. I think they're going to play it really close. I'm starting to think they're going to keep it really close to the original. But either way, I'm excited to play that for myself, and I don't really want to watch a lot of footage of it before it comes out. Because, sure, I know the story, but, you know, I'd love for the visuals and music, etc. You know, I want to see that for myself the first time when I've got a controller in my hand. You know, it is interesting, like, if they do another really, you know, kind of basically what they did for Star Fox, with it almost being a one-to-one remake, or at least the core gameplay is there as a one-to-one remake, with a little something here or there added. You know, it's interesting because, whoops, the 30th anniversary of it. Is coming up in 2028, so it's kind of interesting timing. Not that you know, need to necessarily hit, 10, 20, 30. Okay.
すごいよ。さすがフォックスだ。
たく大したやつだぜ。いいな。
I've forgotten what. Yeah, I didn't write it down, so I forgot what we did for Area 6.
いや、なんでもない。
I think it was 360 something. 227 on Oh shoot, and I looked away just now with the Max. Well, we'll come back to it. We'll see it all in just a little bit. All will be revealed. Man. This feels like I'm about to sneeze, but I never do. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go radio silent here. Right after I said that, a little... I was just drinking something. I heard a little come out of the throat. Oops. I want the music. I just don't want the streamer. You know, I mentioned this the other day, but I was seeing some folks say that they thought this was the best Koji Kondo soundtrack on the 64. Maybe they even said best soundtrack, period, on the 64. I really love this game, but I don't know, and I'd be curious to hear what you guys would have as your favorite soundtrack. But, I'm thinking, for me, I think it's Ocarina. At the very least. Yeah, I don't know. I think between Ocarina and Star Fox 64, I really, really love this soundtrack, but I think Ocarina has a little more range to it. What's up, Tater?
starfox, よくやってくれた。君たちさえ良ければ我が軍に入っていい。
Animal Space.
いえ、我々
How you
には
doing,
ほぼ
man?
一緒にやっていますから。
グレートフォックス、出発準備完了。
Great Fox.
俺たちはもう行きます。
All right. I'll have to see. I may have to wrap it up after this one, just because. Yeah, I'm feeling. Yeah. Like I said, it's like I'm on the verge of a sneeze that never happens. How are you gonna eat it, Sid? You doing like a sandwich or something, or just mixing it up, having it out of a bowl? A wild tater tutor has appeared. I need a fart sound effect. I have people talking about farts, but not an actual fart. Wait. Sorry. Kondo-san. That is very disrespectful.
After all your criticism, it was farting that saved Canada.
David of the Lamp. Tuna sandwiches with chips. Oh, nice. Do you like pickle in there? I always liked pickle in my... back in the day, in my tuna sandwiches. Yeah, I guess if you had to narrow it down to your favorite Kondo soundtrack on the 64, I think I'd get the nod to Ocarina maybe, but... Yeah, it's a special one, Ichigo. It definitely holds a place in my heart. If I'm playing Mario 64, I'm not thinking about any other soundtracks, I'll say that. And I'm only thinking about it in this case just for the sake of discussion, but, you know. When I'm by myself playing these games, yeah, it definitely sucks you in. 1568 was our total. That's a new PB. Sad I missed our Area 6. I didn't get the satisfaction of filling it in. All right, I'll show you guys what we got. First place, hell yeah. There's still so much room for improvement, too. Like, even just a little bit of that I've read about how to handle some of these stages. Like, if we could give this a few weeks or something, and I think I could see this score go way up. I've only really just begun to crack open that little, you know, walkthrough I was seeing. Yeah, me too, Ichigo. They're huge. Yeah. I know. All right, let's, I need that satisfaction of filling in the number. Here we go. We want to see number go up. Oh, hey, it's a good one for this game. Would you do that in general? Like, any... I'm happy that I have a name that fits in the 3-letter. Yeah, okay, cool. It is cool. You are cool. It's cool, you're cool. At least it's not ass. And, you know, respect to anyone who used ass. It typically gave me a laugh when I'd see that at an arcade. All right, our Area 6 was 367. Oops. Well, look at that. Yeah, so gold is better than our best ever score. Green is better than the best run we did yesterday, which I'm now going to have to change. Got to update that. And red is worse than the best run. For a total of 1568. Nice. 7-point difference. Yeah. Yeah, just ass. That's the, that always gave me a laugh. You know, going to the arcade, see an NBA Jam, and, you know, hey, maybe it's their initials. You never, that's the thing. It could have been their initials, and it's just us, you know, we're just having a dirty mind.
Ass!
Yeah, we got a PB. Current total 1568. Personal best 1559.
Give me a hell yeah!
Thanks, man. We beat yesterday's score. Hell yeah, indeed. Thank you. And like I said, let me show you guys. I just started into... I want to find one for the run that we do, the route that we do, but I just started looking at this this guide. It was an old one on Reddit. But I basically just read what to do in Corneria, and, you know, I didn't even really I just kind of took a quick peek at it, and then I just started trying to do some of that stuff. There's a lot of it in here that I haven't even tried at this point, but some of the big ones were trying to get some of that splash damage with the charged unlocked shots. You know, not locking onto the enemy, but shooting the ground, for instance, that they're flying over, and then you get a lot more points doing that. there's a couple of spots in Corneria that I never knew if you fly through them. A couple of tricky parts. It will you know, generate more enemies. It'll spawn, you know, more units out on the map. I don't know, in front of you, whatever. And yeah, just doing that quick peek at this and really cleaning up Corneria, and that already made the score jump quite a bit. So, man, if I had all the time in the world and if I felt that I could keep streaming this for weeks, I think we could really see this going up. Yeah. I want to hear that. You mentioned Chameleon Twist as well, Palpuck, and I'd like to play that game sometime. I did see Chameleon Twist 1 and 2 are on that EverDrive knockoff I've got. Yeah. It's true. Sweet. Yeah, like I said, it's beneficial, no pun intended, to have a short name that you can fit in the initials here. That's better than if I do my my legal name initials. Cool. So yeah, previous was 1559. We got 1568. I think I could hit 1600 with a little more practice. I'm just reading up on what to do on some of these levels. Some of them too, there's things where you can hit one of those charged unlock shots at just something on the ground or something in the environment. No enemy even needs to be around. And there's just a few of those spots that you can even hit it as many times as you can get it before you pass, you know, sometimes 2, 3, 4, and you can just get like +3, +3, +3, you know, and that's stuff that you wouldn't even think there's an enemy there. And there's, well, I guess there's not, but it yields points. Cool. All right. So we're about to give General Pepper the build here. Never gets old. In the English version, you get what? What? You know. But hey, we love a good nani as well. Yeah, man. I wonder what. I don't remember what the threshold is. If it's, I think it's maybe 1,000 hits or something. If anybody knows, feel free to correct me. But there's a threshold where if you're below that hit number, he'll say, "This is one steep bill, but it's worth it." And then if you're over that threshold, he'll just say, "What?" You know, they're just blown away by this bill. Hey, dude, we saved the whole Lylat system, man. Pony up a little money. You know? Yeah. Hey, there you go, Tater. You got some points, man. Thanks for hanging out and earning them. I wish I had some better things for you to spend them on.
I love the vibes here, dude.
I've had a request to put more sound effects for you guys for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Press start to play.
Yeah, I loved that as a kid, you know, making him say, "What?" You know what? I think, although the spirit... Oh, okay, yeah. There's a few that I think could get pretty, you know, it wouldn't be too much trouble to add. I wonder if there's a better way to do it than through stream elements, because it just tends to be a lot, you know, you have to go in and adjust like parameters for how often they can be used, cooldown. It's kind of hard to mix those sometimes, for me at least. You know, actually, that's not that hard. Well, you need to have them kind of mixed to about the same thing in stream elements, and then I you know, it's not that difficult. I'm making excuses. I'll go for audience commands. Chat. chat participators. Participants. All right. I do love that one, Ichigo. I was actually just thinking when I was driving yesterday. Yeah, Sid, I'll add that. I was just thinking about we had talked about Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst just sounding so whiny, you know, like being. I wasn't hugely into them as a kid, but you know, it was around. But I was just driving back from the vet the other day, and it just came to mind, and you know, all right. If you guys can't trigger the sounds, I can at least give them to you.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Start over.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen.
There's a clip of them doing the let me go here. There's a clip of Will Ferrell and Craig Ferguson, I think, is in that scene, and the two of them are they're just trying to make each other break, and they're improvising. Yeah, it's in the bloopers. Yeah. And they're just, that came from an improv from Will Ferrell. And it's so funny because the two of them are trying to not break. And Will Ferrell's just coming up with the most ridiculous stuff. A lot of which never got into it. It's from, you know, I had that as a request, Tater Tutor, but it's from the movie Uncle Buck, which, sad to say, for that chatter at least, I wasn't familiar with it, but it's it was a John Candy. Yeah. 1989 film Uncle Buck. My name is Uncle Buck, and I'm... Oh, no, I don't like that, actually. Never mind. Let's go here one more time. It seems like it, yeah. It seems like it is. Gotta be careful combining heartfelt movie quotes with Quentin Tarantino. Great cover. Looks much older than 1989, but they're going for kind of a classic style. Well, I mean, Macaulay Culkin, you know. That's the, among other things, the dead giveaway. And, you know, the starring actor himself, John Candy. Yeah. I only saw, like, the scene where that's from. Excuse me. The scene where that sound clip is from, and it's like Macaulay Culkin. Who are you? I'm your Uncle Buck. Implies like that. I know what Tater's watching tonight.
I'm your Uncle Buck.
Doo doo wee beep beep boom. He does things different. Hey, you know, I don't think he's a. I get this sense that he's more of a, you know, not a blood relation. And sometimes those are the coolest aunts and uncles. You know, the ones that were. I don't know anything about this movie, so just a tangent here. But I had an Uncle Steve, for instance, growing up, and I remember finally learning, like, oh, this is not my. He's not my mom or dad's brother. Okay, you know. Is he Tutor? Okay. I should say Tater, not Tutor. That's so you have seen it. Okay. Or is this your guess at the synopsis? I mean, you know more than I do about it probably at this point, but solves all the yeah, sometimes you need that outsider family member. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, you just wanted to hear what sound it was going to be from Uncle Buck. Okay, all right. Hey, sometimes you need that outside perspective, someone outside the, you know, your immediate family.
Give me a hell yeah!
All right, I need to watch it sometime. You guys, let's, you know what? Let's just hang out for a little bit longer. We've had some great runs on Star Fox 64, but damn, it's a bit exhausting, you know. And I was thinking today would be the last day that we like dedicate for now to Star Fox 64. We can work this game in at the end of some other streams, but you know, I'm not feeling 100%, so let's just hang out for a bit. Yeah, Tater. I like what I've seen of him. Been kind of a long week for me. You know, we stayed up late to go to this concert on Tuesday night, which, you know, that's always rough. Middle of the week. And I feel like I never fully recovered, you know? Hey, thanks, man. Do you know this band? It looks, even if no one knows the band, the shirt looks cool, I must admit. I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do and go on a 20-minute rant about this band, even though I want to. Alright, we're gonna be in hangout mode. Thank you guys for chilling. We can stay in 1997. But yeah, let's just chill for a little bit longer and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, just like any band that has a big cult following that just grows and grows and grows, you occasionally meet a super fan that like cannot not talk about the band all the time, you know? So that's what I was afraid of. Yeah. Hey, good ratio so far. Seen 2 shirts and they're both good. Yeah, they're awesome. I like them a lot. I saw them for the first time back in like 2016, I think, and they've just grown since then and gotten bigger and bigger. And they're this Australian, well, like psych rock. They also have a couple albums that were, you know, really, they were metal essentially, but like they do a bunch of electronic stuff too. Just like over time they have covered a lot of different genres and they're really good. It's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And I'll say this, as much as I love their albums, they began the like live music has just gotten so much better over the years. And not that they were ever bad, but they basically at this point, so it was like in 2017 or something, they were like, okay, we're going to put out 5 albums this year. And normally someone says that, you would think they can't be quality, but like they were all really good. And it's just these Australian blokes who just have dedicated their lives to the music essentially, and they record a bunch. And at this point, they have the discography has so many albums and stuff that they. I'll get to the there's one thing I want to say too about that, but they've put out so much music at this point that the live show is like. They're not like the Grateful Dead in sound, but it's a similar thing in that no 2 concerts are the same, and if you went to see them a few concerts in a row, you might not hear a repeat, or if you do, maybe one or, you know, just a couple of songs are getting repeated, maybe something off the new album, and then it's like, so it's totally different set lists every night, and they can draw from so many different albums, and they just kind of stay in practice and stuff that, like, you know, they end up playing, you know, over 100 songs on a tour and doing really well, and like, you know, weaving songs together and stuff. They are Sid, yeah, they're from Australia. But yeah, it's one of those bands that it's like it can be intimidating to know where to start because they have so much music, but it's really good. And I definitely, anybody who's into rock, you owe it to yourself to try to catch them in a concert, because it really is something special. And they play like 2.5-hour concerts or longer, you know, and again, like mixing the set list up every night. And they cover, for some people, it's like the big draw for them was like, you know, some of their metal albums, but they have a couple of electronic albums as well. And they just put I haven't listened to their most recent one. They just put one out a couple days ago, I think, or at least a single for it. But yeah, there's one album that was they used an orchestra for, and I got to see them. They toured around the country. They went to a few spots, and they had the local city do, you know, their like orchestra or whatever play those songs with them, and that was really sweet. I got to see the you know, LA Symphony Orchestra at Hollywood Bowl with them, you know, and it's cool. It's a real genre fuck. They cover so many different, you know, types of music that's crazy. Honestly, it's some of the most exciting stuff in rock music at this point, you know, and there's a lot of, there is still a lot of guitar rock, but it's, you know, there's not nearly as much as there used to be, and these guys are legit. They're really good. So if I had to give you like a best, it just depends on what you're into. But like if you're into metal, you might like Infest the Rat's Nest. There's a couple of metal albums. If you want to hear something that's more electronic for them, they've got they do the Silver Chord. That's one. But one of my favorites is I think is it C-O-R-D or C-H-O-R-D? I don't remember, actually. Let's take a look at the... We'll move on in just a second. I'm becoming that guy, I realize, but take a look at the discography real quick. Oh, I have to go here for that. I'll turn the game off. They also don't take themselves too seriously. Like they're, you know, that I appreciate that. There's a ton of guys in the band too. It's a big band. Let's see. Wiki. Oh, yeah. Scroll down through the years. Get me to the albums. Discography. Where's that? Oh, I was going to mention earlier, you know, that year that they did like 5 albums in a row. One of the ones that they put out is, it's got a lot of prog stuff on it. It sounds like, you know, influenced by Tool and Rush and a couple others. Again, like every album, it's like sometimes every album is like a different genre and feel. This is the 4th of the band's 5 2017 albums. And they released the whole thing for free into the public domain. And they gave all the like graphics, the like high def stuff of the cover album, you know, the cover and all what would be like the different parts, the official like album art that if you had a record, you know, it would be like part of the gatefold album art and opening it up and seeing that. They gave all that for free, formatted for record, CD and tape and stuff. And they were like, do whatever you want to with this album. You can go and print it yourself. We just asked that. I think it was like, yeah, it was just like, yeah, print it, sell it, do what you want to. And, you know, everybody was like, you know, folks were pressing their own vinyl for it and doing like cassettes and stuff. I don't know. They take care of their fans in that kind of way. And they put the album out and we're like, yep, it's yours. You know, they gave the stems for all the music, you know, it's pretty sweet. That's a pretty cool one. Yeah. I won't go on and on about him too much, but I've seen him a few times live and yeah. It's awesome. Like I said, in the kind of way that the Grateful Dead would play new set lists every night and, you know, switch all the songs up and stuff. They do a similar thing, but you know, the music is definitely more, you know, a little. It's harder, I would say. You know, not all of it, but yeah, it's sweet, man. Butterfly 3000 is a sweet album. Omnium Gatherum is a pretty good starting point because it covers a lot of different genres for them. Yeah. Do it. Anyway. They're not touring right now, but definitely worth checking out if you like live music. And as much as I like the album stuff, you know, live, they're just crazy good. It's sweet to see people that are that talented still, you know, and still loose with it. And, you know, it's not like totally overproduced and, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyway, what are you guys up to this weekend? I don't think we have any big plans. I'd like to get a little gaming in myself. Solo gaming. As much as I love to stream, every now and then I gotta, you know, turn the lights off in here and turn the camera and OBS and all that off and get a little gaming in. I've been wanting to put some work in on Dragon Quest 11. It's a super long game, and I'm like 80 hours through it. It's with some time killed in there, you know, not always the most productive play time, but yeah, no end in sight yet. I'm on Act 2 of 3. Yeah. Oh, cool. Have you been to Pittsburgh before, Ichigo? I know you're a PA guy. I've heard it's a really cool little town. Pittsburgh. You're from there. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah. Hope you enjoy your wedding. Well, the wedding you're going to. Yeah. I've been seeing these horror stories from like, you know, people, I don't know, just like not just the bridezilla, but whoever's running the wedding, you know, like a ton of rules and stuff about like, you know, what to wear and what not to wear. And like, you know, our wedding, we had it, at the time it was like, you know, we were living in DC and neither of our families were from there and they both were from pretty far away. So we ended up doing a really low key wedding. We did invite family, but it was in kind of this small space with like we had this, you know, we got an officiant to do it and like officiant. It was in this like just nice, you know, venue, just small for the wedding itself. And then we actually went for our, what do you call it? The reception afterwards. We went to this place that was known for pizza and ping pong. And it was awesome. They had a bunch of pizzas out, an all-you-can-eat pizza, and I had a cake. And we found, it was funny, kind of last second, we found these little like Mario themed figurines, and we had like a Mario and Princess Peach on it, and a real gamer wedding, so to speak. Looking back, I know we've sometimes had some regrets because it was really I don't know. It's long done, but at points I've thought like, man, I feel like I just rushed that, or I kind of did my typical like, oh, you know, we'll figure it out. And, you know, it was a little sparse on the details. And I think what's funny is we got complimented on it a lot. And like, oh, this is, you know, we loved it. This is really you guys. And, you know, since it was a pretty small affair and, you know, and nice and chill. We wanted to have friends to party, you know, come by, eat pizza, and dance, etc. Get twisted.
This is the way.
And that we accomplished that. But yeah, I don't know. You can't really have too many regrets about that. It was a Chuck E. Cheese, pal fuck. No, it's actually, so I don't know if you guys remember, but several years ago, this guy went up into, it was known as Comet Pizza, or Comet Ping Pong and Pizza, I think. Or maybe just Comet. I think it was just Comet Pizza. And that's where we had our wedding reception. It was a really sweet bar and like pizza place that had a bunch of ping pong tables there. And this, some like, I think it was Jack Prosobiec or something, like big, like at the time, like big online alt-right figure, like was talking about, oh, I went into this pizza place, and oh, there's these like satanic murals painted up on the bathroom walls. And it was, you know, it was just like a surreal, in the bathroom was like a surreal landscape painting that had like some people playing ping pong, and like it was just your typical, like, honestly, like very 2010 something, you know, like hipster fare kind of. Nothing satanic about it, but it was like behind, he was like, oh, and they had these like secret entrances to the bathroom, and you don't, oh, and it was just because there was a door you had to push, a big wooden door that you pushed, and then then you have a men's and women's restroom. And like he did this whole thing online talking about, like, I think that there's a basement there and they've got kids in the basement and and it's total bullshit. And some you know, a really mixed up young man went up in there and like fired a gun and shit and was like, where's the kids? And I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but it was at Comet Pizza, I believe was the full name. But like yeah, that was like years after we got married, but it made the news for that because it was one of those early like Pizzagate, or, you know, I think it was one of the things that they referred to it as. And like, I know that they're keeping a bunch of kids down in some kind of basement. There is no basement there. Like, the whole thing was just absolute bullshit. And then some young mixed up dude went up in there with his gun and fired a shot and was like, you know, demanding to see this dungeon where they're torturing the kids and stuff. And so that's, you know, that's where we got married, you know, at the Satanic Pizza Parlor, you know. That was like an early, like right around, you know, 2015 or something, 2015 into 2016, when a lot of shit started to hit the fan with the guy that's our current president and him running for office and all the crazies coming out. I know, right? Anyway, fun times. Yeah. Downer of a topic.
Fire!
Anyway. Yeah. It doesn't sound so bad, pal puck. I feel for, yeah, I don't know, man. I really feel for a lot of the, like, as a guy, I can't help but feel for a lot of young men who are just like radicalized by this insane shit that they watch on YouTube and elsewhere. And there's just like this alternate reality, you know, that, and a lot of them, because everything is, you know, I don't know, because we live in a world that is now so online, and with COVID happening and everything, a lot of people just kind of went inside and stared at their phones, stayed inside and stared at the phone, stared at some other screen. And unfortunately, there wasn't a video game on that screen like there should have been. But, you know, and just, I don't know, a lot of these guys, like, it filled this hole, you know, for real problems that are out there. They just had these snake whisperers, you know, people in their heads, like really getting these people twisted. And yeah. And then that's when you end up with dude walking into a pizza parlor with a gun, demanding to see where they keep the kids, you know. Man. All right. Anyway. Hey, how you guys doing?
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm going to play a little Dragon Quest this weekend. I don't really know what else. Honestly, if I make some progress in that, I'll be happy, because I play it like once a month. Really less than that, usually. Any of you guys going to be streaming in the next couple days? You should let us know what you're up to, what you're going to be playing, or go ahead and give yourself a little shout out. Tell us what you're working on.
The Parvinator.
Tell us what you're working with. Shake your ass. What's that?
The Game Master.
I'm trying. What should we do? I don't know if I can get another game in. I'll tell you this, I am setting up for Ocarina. I said, I need to get that on the drops. I'm working on some stuff for Ocarina. I'm gonna check it out. Let's just start some Ocarina of Time right now. I just wanted to go through those 3 little pages really quickly. I don't have a mic on the other 2, but yeah, you probably know what's behind door number 1 back there. Goma, our spider, or arachnid queen.
The Game Master.
I always thought those Deku scrubs, they're really quick to betray her. You know, they get one nut shot back at them, and then they're like spilling their guts about how to get to the queen. You know, it's, man, doesn't take much, right? I know, it's great, isn't it, Ichigo? I love it. Sunglasses Link. Is that the expert mode Link, like in Star Fox? He gets the sunglasses. No music here yet, huh? Yeah. Oh, we gotta fix that. I was originally thinking about doing, well, since I don't have music, I won't hang out here. Yeah, 23 is number 1, yep. One of them is even like, sorry, Queenie, or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm so sorry, you know. Queen Goma's gonna...
The Game Master.
She's gonna kill me. Yeah, that's enough of the Game Master. I need some music here. I thought I had something. That's a work in progress, folks. I'll go here instead. Do do wee boo boo boo. Let's get some relaxing music. So I think we'll do the English version of Ocarina of Time. The last time we played, I'm pretty sure we did the Japanese version. And that was one of those 19 Japanese games I got. I still love the art for this one. The Japanese version. You can look sort of under the Z. You can kind of see Epona there. And then, yeah, you just got these flames. Silver flames, baby. It looks like a, what do you call it? Shoot. Oh, what is it? Like when you're like, it's almost the like felt or whatever, and you're like scraping the stuff off of it, and that's the medium. I forget what that's called. We got a couple artistes in here. You know what I'm talking about. That's what it reminds me of. Kind of scratch your art into it. Yeah, Ichigo knows. Part of my hesitation to get into Ocarina is that I went to New Music Stream recently. You know, Mike's around here often, and he was playing the second quest of the first Zelda game, and I just haven't played that original Zelda in a few years now. We did do it on stream, but that was a while ago. And man, sometimes when I'm reminded that I started streaming in like late 2021, it's like, oh my god. It still feels like it's just been 2 years, something like that. 2021 was just like 2 years ago, wasn't it? Time flies, man, when you're playing good games, hanging with nice people. I was saying that I wanted to do a marathon of Ocarina, but honestly, it'd be nice as a fundraiser of sorts. Well, personal funds. I need to do a charity one too. I've only done one charity event on this stream, and it was a success. I appreciate. I mean, this was years ago, so a lot of you guys didn't even, you didn't know about the stream at that point, but. I did a charity for, a fundraiser for this charity that, it's for Friedreich's ataxia syndrome, and I've got a brother-in-law who has that. It's this, what's the term? Basically, it's a degenerative disease, and over time, it's fatal. And like, there's been a lot of research into it, and even in just like the years since I've known my brother-in-law, there's been like some experimental drugs coming out and stuff that, can really help, people live a more decent life. But yeah, it's messed up. I want to get in touch with them and maybe do a fundraiser at some point. If anybody would be interested in, like the production side of it, or sharing the like streaming load or something, or like maybe do a little bit of a stream together or something like that, let me know, and we can get it rolling. But no current plans for that, but I'm trying to type it out here. I think this is it. Yeah, that'd be fun, Ichigo. I'm a little sad that I wasn't able... Well, I'm not a little sad. I'm really sad I wasn't able to do Turtles with you guys. And this music is just making me even sadder. Damn, man, I couldn't play Ninja Turtles with my friends. Oh. Well, really, though. I mean... Yeah. So... Are there any games you guys want to see around here? Anything I've mentioned, or with these EverDrives? The possibilities aren't endless, but I have more of a library than I do in terms of physical cards. So if there's anything you've been wanting to see on here, let me know, and I've been wanting to kind of keep a list of that. Suggestions. We're going to be a redemption channel. We're just chatting now, baby. No game is getting played. So I mentioned this the other day, but I did get a new controller. Let's get the grease off the hands here. Sadly, I'm not used to it enough to play no grease. I used to make the other kids wash their hands, and I had one kind of joke on me for that, and I was like, all right, man, well, no wash the hands, no play. You can watch. But yeah, it's clearly, it's got a hole in the middle of it. But no, it's sweet. This is an 8-bit DOE. It's the 2.4G wireless model that I think just came out a few months ago. You know, when that Analog 64 came out, that like 4K output Nintendo 64 that came out, I think last year. They had an earlier model of this that was Bluetooth, and you know, I was seeing really mixed reviews, but this is a newer version that's 2.4G wireless, and it's sweet. I like it. It just, with a game like Star Fox, I don't know, man. I'm so accustomed to playing it on this controller that I couldn't quite. I realized that I was going to have to adjust to that other controller, and I'm sure it would be fine at that point, but until the adjustment was made, I was not going to be doing as well. So, yeah. Let's play a little bit. Let's drop into something. I actually forgot my wife is meeting a friend for some tea tonight, so I got a little more time than I thought. I don't feel great, but I'm hanging out with some good people, and that makes me feel better. It's got a little wireless, you know, receiver dongle, if you will, that goes into the 64. Tea time. Yeah, well, I think it was like proposed as coffee, you know, and my wife was like, I can't do coffee at 7:30, and then that got moved to like, I think even 8, so something like that. But yeah, some tea time. She's gonna come home and we're gonna watch RuPaul's Drag Race, which she dragged me into a long time ago, and you know, hey, I haven't caught all the seasons. There were a few seasons, and I was like, babe, you know, I don't know. I'm a little burned out on this, but I enjoy it. It's funny. Not much of, I don't like reality TV that much, but I'll do it for my babe. 90 Day Fiance. Okay. You know, hey, a lot of us have like either a guilty pleasure or something that you share with a partner or like family member, you know. My dad always, he always wanted to talk about Breaking Bad when that was on, and it was like, we couldn't talk politics, but we could talk Walter White, you know. And that was always nice, but yeah. 90 Day Fiance. Man, some of those, it's some of those folks are so sad. Like it's like, man, a lot of clips have come out for that one over the years, Sid, of like, you know, some basically the like fiance, you know, come into the host country or whatever, and like just really hating everything about this person that she's supposed to marry, and like, yeah, it's just some sad I don't know. She seems upset right now, and she spends every night out with her friends. You know, like, wow, man, I thought you would find true love with your 90 Day Fiance reality TV setup. I don't know what's gone wrong. How could this happen? You want to play a little Mario 64? I'll fire up this controller, and well, maybe we'll beat Mario 64. I love Star Fox, but I've been playing a lot of it lately. I think I could use a break. Let's get some show and the wife's not home. Time for show and tell. Yeah, believe it or not. I will be back. Absolutely, Ichigo. Yeah. I know, Dustin. Me too. We could do Mario Kart as well. But yeah, here's the I've mentioned this before, but this was, so you know, the original Mario 64 came out in 96. This is what's known as the Shindo pack, Mario 64 cart, and it's it was like a special in Japan. They released a oh, I said Mario Kart, but Mario 64. In Japan, they released a Rumble Pack version, and they did some interesting changes to it as well. Like, they took some of the English language or the you know, North American release changes and put that back into this game. I'm pretty sure you don't get the So Long Gay Bowser, which is a shame. And then for speedrunners, they took out the backwards long jump. You can't do that in this game. That's been patched out. And, you know, I don't really care about speedrunning it. But if I feel like this could be one of the games that I could start speedrunning. I would be terrible at it, but, yeah, we've talked about that before. Like, you know, it could be fun to try a few weeks of like a 16-star run kind of thing. Sadly, I don't have a rumble pack, but this new controller has a built-in rumble. Okay, let's see. I think I need to turn the controller on first. And then... Yep, turned it on and I felt a little rumble right there.
Mario.
They did, yeah. So it was known back then. The backwards long jump was. I saw something in Nintendo Power, or either that or EGM, way back in the 90s about it. And that, like, you know, I'm pretty sure not that long after the game came out, they I think by the time this version came out, I think it was, you know, it was already, the public knew that, but at the very least, Nintendo knew about the backwards long jump, and yeah, they intentionally got rid of it. Patched it out. You'll hear bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I miss my gay Bowser. So long, gay. I mean, well, what Italian accent would say so long, gay? You know, like it's just, it's so funny. Charles Martinet, I feel like he, you know, that he was the man of the hour and a man of his time. Sometimes there's a man. Sometimes there's a man. And in 1996, and well, even prior, I guess, when he got the job for Nintendo, he was the man for the job, the man for the times. Now, I've shown this off plenty of times before, but as a kid, this is always my go-to start face. So I can get that all the way down there, yeah. Make those ears. Thank you so much for playing my game. I know. He says it faster than what I did, but yeah. For playing my game. That's another one that's, you know. Just imagine being the, like, producer on the other side of the VO booth and being like, you nailed it, Charles. You got it. Whoa. I forgot you can do that. Oh. You better wake up. Just looks awesome. Anyway, I would, yeah, stretch the eyes out, get the mouth wide open, move the, turn the mustache into some sunglasses. Alright, gotta let him flip around real quick. Do 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 do. Now he's got some shades. And then do this. And I remember me and a friend thinking it was a, you know, this was peak humor for me in 1996 to say that this is what Mario would look like if he just saw Princess Peach naked, you know. This is the look he would have on his face. Wowza. Dude. Apparently there's some art for that these days. Yes. Yeah, it's the Roger Rabbit. I have that on the EverDrive, Palpuck. I'm pretty sure Doom 64 is on there. Anyway, once again, using that 8-bit DOE 24G wireless one. Feels good. Got a built-in rumble. What is it they speedrunners do at the very beginning? It's like to skip the Lucky 2. I've tried that. Of course, you can only do that at the beginning of the game, but yeah, you have to like sort of get him something like that right on the side of the bridge there, and then it skips that part. Oh yeah, Ichiko, that's funny. Yeah, I was seeing an interview where he Martinet talked about you know, like doing an audition for Mario, and he just went in and started like repeating basically just like created a word cloud for everything he could think of regarding especially Italian food. And was going in there like a meatball, spaghetti, and blah blah blah. Just like went in a pizza, you know, and whoever was doing the auditioning that day was like, my God, this guy's good. But he said he like went in there and just very like rapidly started naming off everything he could think of that had to do with quote Italian culture. My words. I don't know that I don't think he actually said that, but. Yeah, that included just naming off a bunch of linguine, spaghetti, blah blah. Which I think is so funny. Whoa! I always loved a good backflip into where you're trying to go. Same thing when Ocarina of Time. We played this game last year, and I had such a good time. We actually, a few of you who are here now, you found the stream around that time. Is that first? Oh yeah, there it is. Whoops, that's not what I'm trying to do. Could probably do it without moving this block, huh? Okay, gotta get my sea legs back. Stop. Okay, yeah. Still adjusting a bit to the controller, but it feels fine. That's my fault there.
Mamma mia!
Thump. I love the music for this stage. Crank it up a bit. Still adjusting. Case in point, watch me fall down and die right now. Yeah, I'll play it safe. Bad timing. The other day when I picked this up to test the controller, I was like, man, it's really hard to see the depth, you know, when you just have it like this. For even those like early, those are the early sections. Ooh. This is a killer soundtrack. Definitely one of the best on the 64, even though it's the first game for the 64. I don't remember where all 5 are. Those red coins. Kind of always still have to feel it out a bit. That part you can skip, huh? It's always fun. Whoops. Easy. Little gradient here, yellow to dark green. Well, not really dark green, but walking in the Lego world. I love this song too. I always just picture Bowser like, you know, he's at the peak of his power. He's got the he's looking over at the big power star, you know. And he knows that he's built this trap for Mario, this impossible course. And he's just sitting back high on his own supply, taking it all in. Maybe he's enjoying a nice lava bath, you know? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, that's great. Wow, man. Again. Father of the Year. It comes back, doesn't it? I missed my first chance there. It does come back. All right. Little proto example of kind of some of the stuff you'd see in Mario Sunshine, like when you lose your flood. Hey, we're a bit rusty. Can't blame it all on the controller. Oh, man. That's awesome. You're like, yes, son. Actually, it is true. It's all true, son. Millions of us lived the adventure. Only canon, huh? What's he been playing recently? You can get all the way up to that post, huh? It's okay, we'll go the long way. I love the relief in this, you know, you see the Goombas and the shells there. It's cool. Looks good. Not bad, Nintendo 64. Mario 3D World to Odyssey. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think you mentioned that the other day. Man, that's gotta be just mind-blowing for a child. I joke, but I truly was absolutely blown away by this game as a kid. And told the story many times of getting left at Walmart, and it's absolutely, you know, I joke a bunch, but no, I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. It was just unlike anything I'd ever seen before. And just the freedom of, you know, being in a fully 3D world. I don't think my brain was ready to comprehend what was happening. I missed one somewhere, didn't I? Oh, there's 8, so I missed a couple. Well, I might just jump in at this point. That's funny. The other day I was not really even looking for them all, and There's like one behind that big structure. This here, isn't there? Or like maybe in between it? I've forgotten. Down at the bottom, perhaps? Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, that's, I think that's gotta be so cool for a kid, you know, just getting dropped in a big 3D world to explore. Love the little bongos, or a conga, whatever, in the background. I always love this, speaking of background, I love the stage background here. You know, very simple, but man, it is pleasing. The organ.
Give me a hell yeah!
There were two more red coins I just skipped past this time. So yeah, for a second I was like, wait, where were they? I just got a little carried away. Whoops, don't let him breathe the fire! Don't let him breathe the fire! Mario. Okay, gotta watch out now. Don't get crispified. Ooh! Lost my touch. It's about 3 more rotations than I needed, but that's... I still didn't get it. You can kind of bounce around him, huh? It's okay, we'll have him here pretty easily. I guess we kept him from even knocking part of the stage down.
Bye-bye.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, we missed 2 of the red coins. Oh, missed that too. Yeah, thanks Ichiko. Thanks for hanging, man. It's been a fun one. I hope you have a good weekend. And oh, absolutely, man. I'll try not to cry this time. Thanks again, buddy. Hope you have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Oops. All right, nobody look. I'm playing the game really badly. Ooh. Probably about to get burned. Ah! Oh, no! No, no. Oh, my God. Oh. Too bad. Didn't see that one coming. I know, right, Ichigo? Jeez. This is usually when someone who's never been in the chat pops in and is like, you suck. Yeah, catch me at my most vulnerable. Man, this guy got left at Walmart for nothing, man. Still doesn't know how to play this game. Let's see our closest one. Not quite close enough. They wouldn't be, Palpuck, they wouldn't be. Hey, I would have you look at the number of stars here, not that that's any great accomplishment. Please refer to the number of stars. As a kid, I was really good at just doing the like really far out shots. You gotta kind of lead him a little bit, throw a little bit early. This is about to get rough. It's, you know, I think it's like he'll go in a direction right when you release the button, I guess, but... Whoopsie! Two jumps for the price of one. Oh, we're about to get burned. Awful. Here's our chance. Oh, I bet, Palpuck. I'm sure this is one to help you earn those calluses.
Bye-bye.
Or, you know, the DS version. I regret that I never played that one. I also regret that I died again, but that's okay. We're taking it easy. Alright, I'm gonna give it another shot here, and then maybe we'll watch those credits roll. I know I got it turned up a little bit, but it's nice hearing that evil laugh. Get him. Jeez Louise. I was about to get burned. That's okay. Here we go. Getting burned again. When did I get bad at this game? Or even worse, I should say. Come on, give me some coins.
Bye-bye.
Wee-doo-doo-doo-doo. I am awful. That's okay. Looks like we need to do another Mario 64 run. What are you doing, Mario? Let me see if I can get us some coins. Whoa. Let's say, do I have a bomb here? We do. All right. Let's put him in the bomb, shall we?
Bye-bye.
That's a hit, I think. Cool. Wow, I didn't realize he can get, it makes sense he can get flattened right there, but I guess I haven't done it myself. He really does. Yeah, he needs some milk. Anyway, sorry. I'm only able to play one game decently at a time, I guess. I used that up on... I used my voucher up on StarFox 64. A hell of a level to jump into, I will say.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, again, too close. Usually give him a lot of room. Come on. Oh, I missed my opportunity. Okay, we need like one rotation maybe. Alright, come on Mario, you got this buddy. Get him. Yeah, no more fire. I love his little tiptoe there when he gets to the edge. early. My cat is freaking out too. She's like, come on, it's... Feed me, please. I'm about to get burned right here. Oh my god. Alright, at least we can get a coin. Okay, I gotta watch out. I'm gonna let her out of this room in a second. Right after we fling Bowser into the last bomb.
Bye-bye.
Mario. The cat is out. I love that animation. Oh. Thanks, Palpuck. Finally. All right, let's watch these credits roll, and then I think we'll roll into the weekend. To make sure this is kind of cranked. A little stars coming off of it, little particle effects. Well, here we are outside Peach's castle. This part got me the other day. Love this version of the theme. The bass there is really good. And then into the, you know, Mario end theme. Is there a name for this particular song? You know, of course it plays at the end of SMB1. And a really cool version of it plays at
Mario.
3, you know, at the end of 3.
The power of the stars is restored to the castle.
Repeats a couple times.
And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario.
Arigato,
We
Mario.
have to do something special for you.
And he gets a smooch.
Here we go!
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake. For Mario.
I know this game isn't everybody's cup of tea, but man,
Mario!
pulls on the old heartstrings for me. Hope for a better tomorrow. Birds flying off into the sunset. And then I say this every time, but man, I'm a sucker for these early 3D games when they would show you other camera angles of the levels. And that's cool. Just makes the worlds feel more alive. Beautiful graphics. This song is awesome. Yeah, well, you know, I know you've talked about your thoughts on this game and sort of the 64 coming out, and that's not the only place I've ever heard that. I think it is mostly, I would say, universally praised. Yeah, probably be a good phrase for it, but I think most of what I hear is there's a couple of big criticisms you hear about this game, and just really a lot of the stuff from the 64, which I think maybe one of the most common is that feeling of, in some ways, graphics going backwards, or at least not being as pleasant as what you had with SNES and sort of the peak of that 16-bit era. And certainly I think over time I've seen more of that sentiment, and people kind of coming to find this game, Ocarina, etc., games like that as like even using to like seeing the word ugly, and all the early 3D stuff is ugly, but and in some ways I think it didn't necessarily feel like a great leap forward. Great leap forward. Unfortunate term. But yeah, you really had a... Yes, I'm gonna feed you soon. You have some leftovers from lunch. This cat's going crazy. I'm gonna take care of her in a second. Come here. Yeah, all right. Hey, your daddy's playing one of his favorite games. This is Tigress, everybody.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
No, thank you, Mario. Thank you. This is my little old cat here. She's an elder kitty, but she's still got some spunk. How are ya? What, you want to play some Nintendo 64? She wasn't tolerating that much longer, so. Oh yeah, I think like yeah, I think too, for some people, if you were a big Nintendo fan and there's folks who are a little bit older than me. So I'm when this game comes out, I'm almost 10, when this game came out. And, yeah, I'm not even yet 10. I guess I'm 9. And, makes sense. No, but like, some of the folks that I know who are 3, 4, 5 years older than me, who really loved Nintendo through the early days and into the Super NES, I think there was a feeling for some of them of it kind of, like aging out of it in some ways. I hear this as kind of as a common sentiment. Not like, super common, but I've heard it enough to pick up on a trend of it. And I think some of that is just like, in a way, I think for some people, some of the stuff on the 64 had a childish feel to it, and really that could just also be that they're getting a little bit older at that point and they're wanting to, I know for me there was some similar, as I'm like a couple of years later, as I'm like, getting into my miserable teen years, sometimes there was I think at points I would be a little more judgmental or be like, oh, that was kind of corny, or, oh, that was cheesy. Whereas like a few years prior, I was kind of more just ready to receive. I wasn't so critical. At the very least, I wasn't like, there's a little bit of that innocence of, of, and being more emotionally available, of like being able to, play these games and not give a shit if it felt childish or seemed that way, because I was a child. And then, I got a few more years on me, and then I think it was, I'm becoming a little more critical about that, even if nobody's looking. It wasn't necessarily just like, you know, trying to avoid things that I thought were childish around friends or whatever. It just, you know, tastes change a bit over time. And I did find that I wanted, you know, maybe it's the Grand Theft Auto-fication of the gaming world. But at that time, as I got into my teens and stuff, I did find some of the stuff that was designed for kids but made to be enjoyed by everybody. At points I could find that corny, or, you know, and then it's funny because, of course, I think a lot of people could go through a sort of similar phase, and then when they get into young adulthood, of course, there's like wanting to look back and so sometimes it's, you know, it's like you go back to more of a childlike state of just, you know, of wonderment, and not, you know, you're not worried about the cringe, so to speak. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I went through. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's interesting, like how far, like compare Super Mario World to, you know, Yoshi's Island, and just to see how far the system had come along, just in terms of, you know, look, sound, everything. So yeah, I don't know. You know, it's an interesting system. It is. I can't ever part myself from the nostalgia I have for these games, and really I don't really, you know, why. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But it's interesting to hear from younger generations, some of whom really don't like that aesthetic. Others are really into it, and it's kind of, you know, stuff. PS1, 64, PS2, GameCube. Some of those aesthetics are like, have gone through cycles of popularity with younger generations than mine. And it's kind of funny because I think it's a little bit in now, the sort of early 3D look, or has been for a few years, trying to recreate that, or you know, and I think it's like for many of them, it's like a curiosity of a early 3D days that they didn't witness firsthand, or they were really, really young, and they're just curious about the things that were going on around the time they were born or in the years afterwards. I mean, look at like Y2K fashion and stuff being back in style amongst generations that weren't even alive at that point, you know, or were only, you know, just born. So I don't know. It's cool. These things really come and go in waves. And I think there was, like, for several years, there was a lot of critical talk about the 64, in particular about its graphics. And you'd hear so much about like textures looking muddy and bad. And, you know, just like anything, I think the popular critiques for these games, it's almost like, especially in this day of all these, like, you know, YouTube essays and stuff, I feel like people almost kind of get sick of the, whatever the critical take du jour is, and whatever that's been, you know, as of recently. And then you see a counter to that. No, actually the Nintendo 64 has great graphics, you know, whereas for several years it was just so much about like, oh, you know, those early 3D games, I don't think they look good. They don't age well. All the textures are blurry and low res, so on and so forth. And these things can be true to at least an extent. But it is funny to hear, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but the way that critical reception to certain eras of gaming, if you're around long enough, you see the waves in it, and it's fascinating. And again, it's like it'll hit a critical mass, and then you'll begin to see things move in the other direction, almost like people are kind of tired of that previous perspective, and then it goes back to being popular, and then it, you know, it's sort of criticism responding to the last wave of criticism, and I don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like if you're, you know, the older I get, I see those things sort of come and go in popularity, and yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pal Puck. Yeah, I was curious about that. Yeah, like if there was an official, you know, title for that one. It makes me think of like, you know, some long series that will have Final Fantasy having like the prologue, but then I forget what the name of the, in the prologue is the, you know, the I can't sing it to you, but you know, it's the one with all the arpeggi just going up and down, and sometimes I think known as the crystal theme. But then there's one that plays at the end of the games too. That's dun dun dun. It actually sounds a lot like that theme that plays at the end of A Link to the Past during the credit sequence. Dun 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 dun. Something along those lines. So yeah. This was fun. Thank you guys for hanging. I'm a rambling fool. Sorry about that, but I don't know. It's nice to dip into the nostalgia every now and then. I'm gonna have to get us out of here. I am jonesing for a bathroom break, but maybe we'll just wrap it up on that. But yeah. Hey, I don't know what we're gonna do next week. I think maybe Ocarina of Time. I might stall a little bit longer. Forgive me if that's the case, but well, Super Mario Compact Disco. Okay. I'm curious. I could always use a little more Mario rap in my life. How'd you know? I gotta add that to the recommendations. Okay. All right. Is that as you wrote it there, or Super Mario Compact Disco, or was that was there a particular, you know, CD out there for Super Mario that has some you know, some rap joints? All right, I'm gonna think this weekend about what I want to do next game. Maybe Ocarina of Time. I don't think we'll do a marathon of it though. If we play it, we could probably get it done in 7 or 8 streams, something like that. But yeah, this schedule is outdated. We're gonna move on from Star Fox 64. Although I might be down to work this one in at the end of a stream sometime. Yeah. Thank you, Tater. This has been fun, man. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys, and I appreciate you too, Sir Sid. Thanks for keeping me company. Pal Puck, I know you said you're ready for some Ocarina backseating. Sounds fun. You know? If the kids ever get too loud in the back seat, man, my mom used to have the pinch. She could just reach, you know, I feared the pinch if ever I was acting a fool in the back seat. She just pinched the shit out of me, and it was effective. Didn't really hurt that much other than a very quick, acute shock. Quite effective. No, let me add that to the list. Mario Syndrome. I think I meant to write that one down when you mentioned it. It seems like you, I think it might have been mentioned, actually. I don't know. Mario Syndrome. I think I suffer from that. Thank you guys for hanging. I'm all out of things to say and jokes to make. If you're on YouTube, could you hit the like button, please? And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Yeah, you too, Sid. Hope you have a good weekend. Next week, probably Ocarina of Time. If not, we might bust out the original Zelda first. We'll see. I might do a spin move. But yeah. All right, guys. A very quick collage for you. I don't have anything new on that front, but I'll do a quick one for you, and then we'll get out of here. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Play a game. You know, it's good for your health. I'll see you guys next week. Adios. Thanks again.
Okie dokie.
an island boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, salt and pepper.
I speak from the brain.
Congratulations!
The graphics and sound just blew my fucking balls off.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
I'm exhausted. I've run out of things to say.
Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot.
See you next time.